Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr. has been backed by his teammates following yet more deplorable treatment for the Brazilian during their clash with Valencia. It was the 10th occasion where an official complaint has been filed for racism towards the Brazilian, in addition to the incident which saw an effigy of Vinicius hung from a bridge. After the match, Thibaut Courtois was one of many teammates who came out with messages of support for his colleague, with manager Carlo Ancelotti also furious after the match. Speaking to Movistar Plus, the Belgium's comments were carried by Cadena Cope. "Someday you have to put a camera focusing only on those people. They have made gestures of all sorts to me too. Today's football is going to the ground to insult and not to cheer for teams. If Vini had told me that he didn't want to play, I would have left the pitch with him." Courtois admitted that at one point that was a real possibility. At one point he said he was stopping, and then that he was continuing on. "I would have gone with him because it is something that we cannot tolerate. There was an act of racism." A few years ago, Valencia denounced a Cadiz player for the same thing, and now this is happening here. There were monkey noises. We cannot tolerate it. In Belgium, if something happens, the stadium is closed. We cannot tolerate it. They are individuals who do not think with their heads, Courtois continued, referencing an incident where Mouktar Diakhaby accused Juan Collar of racially abusing him. Nothing was ever proven though. As these incidents continue to spiral out of control, increasingly it looks as if there is no answer other than much more severe punishments. If it nearly happened against Valencia, the likelihood is that La Liga is not far off seeing Real Madrid abandon a game in the future. While it should have been stamped out months ago, it appears as if the relevant authorities will be forced to take action this time. Real Madrid's game against Valencia last night took an ugly turn last night, with Vinicius Jr. involved in the thick of things. While the Brazilian was sent off after slapping one of the Valencia players and was also involved in an altercation with the goalkeeper, he once again received racial slurs from a section of the Valencia fans. Naturally, Vinicius complained about the racist chants to the referee, stating, "I don't want to play anymore." The stadium announcer subsequently urged the supporters not to use racial slurs, but it didn't seem to help much. A day after the game, Real Madrid have now confirmed they have filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office and specifically, the Prosecutor's Office Against Hate Crimes and Discrimination. Real Madrid consider the acts against Vinicius quite serious. They have publicly condemned the racial attacks on Vinicius and deemed it an attack on model of coexistence of the social and democratic state of law. Real Madrid have also labeled the racial slurs on Vinicius a hate crime. They want the prosecutor's office to investigate the charges and force proper sanctions. Onda Cero had earlier reported that Real Madrid demanded sporting sanction for the Vinicius incident. They were even threatening to sue La Liga, Valencia and the Valencia supporters in the absence of a proper sporting sanction for the Vinicius incident. It must be noted that this was not the first time Real Madrid star Vinicius became the victim of racist attacks. He has been involved in similar incidents throughout the course of the campaign, but after Real Madrid's strong fight back, it will be interesting to see the outcome of the official complaint.